Hey guys, Dr. Prometheus here, back with another episode of our A's franchise here. And we are at the offseason. We did not make the playoffs after winning the World Series last season. Kind of a disappointment, but we had to retool some of the offense to be able to afford some of the guys that we had, and we made a couple big trades. So let's look at right now the league leaders. And Jose Barrios, one of the guys that we did trade for, the best ERA in 2.76. And Jesus Luzardo has the most complete games. Okay. So going through this, it's going to be one of kind of a what my thoughts are, kind of how we did in the season, some thoughts on what we look like, stats, that whole thing. So going through, we need to have someone up in the 300s batting. This is not something that I think is acceptable at this point, especially when you have to compete against actually this is playoff, right? No, this is season, so this is right. So season wise, I mean, Jordan Alvarez and Colin Moran are up here. And then two Angels, Trout, Nick Solak, Josh Bell's up here, and a couple other Tigers. And we have Dominic Smith at 9. Having one guy bat 301, we need something better here. And the biggest thing is, the guy that I thought could do it for us, Bader, went down with a long-term injury this season and was out at least half the season. And so the guy that I thought would give us a 300 batting average up with Dominic Smith ended up not playing really all that much. And I thought Dominic Smith did pretty well. Hits, we got no one up there. At bats, Pason's up here at 605. Was not happy with how he batted, but I mean, he's getting better over time. No one in doubles, triples. Pason's down there with 9. Home runs, Dominic Smith at 42. 42 on the season. I mean, the guy at 30 years old is a monster. And we only have him for $9.4 million. Yes, please. You got Ramirez up there. Ian Happ with the Astros we have to worry about. I mean, the Astros are just stacked. Runs, Bregman with 99. Again up here, not really all much. Dominic Smith has 87. Stolen bases, we're not up here either, which Pason's at 15, but I think he needs to get his aggressiveness on base running. Based on balls, it goes to Ryan O'Hearn. Again, 3 Astros up here. Happ, Adames, and Bregman. On base, Dominic Smith ended the season with 381. But, again, a lot of Angels. 2 Angels. Bregman's up here with the Astros. Slugging percentage, Dominic Smith was at 5th. With a 582, almost 75 away from Jose Ramirez, though. Wins 23 by Griffin Canning, and that's why the Angels are so difficult. But then they add Walker Buehler with 16, Patrick Sandoval with 16. Rios had 14, Luzardo had 14, but we just did not get the support by any means. 51 saves by Sluggers. ERA, we had the best ERA with Barrios at a 276, but Matt Tabor with a 371. So we have 2 in the top 20. But the Astros have what? 3? No, just 1, and then Forrest Whitley's at 22. But there's an Angel, there's another Angel, there's another Angel. I mean, that's why they won a division. So, shutouts, Luzardo and Barrios had the most, but a lot of those are probably critical situations, forcing to probably get us in the game. So, something to consider. Dylan Cease has 217 strikeouts. Luzardo at 200. So that's nice to see. Complete games by Luzardo is 4. So we had the most innings pitched. Luzardo has 210. Rios at 205. So they're going deep into games. Barrios at a 1.07. Luzardo at a 1.12 for whip. Pitching more, Luzardo was at a 4. Barrios was a 3.4. Batting war. Wow, Mike Trout is a 9.6. That's ridiculous. So he's up there. Let's look at League Awards as we go through. Let's look at it after the World Series, because then we can look at the world like the MVP and whatnot. For statistics, so Baseman does have 138 hits, 15 stolen bases. How many strikeouts did he end up having? 150. As much as Will Benson and Baez. Ouch. Only batted 228. Dominic Smith, pretty good. See who had the most hits: Dominic Smith, then Baez, and then Passon. Home runs, okay, I see that. RBIs, okay, I definitely see that. Batting average. So Garcia didn't see many at-bats, so he saw 340. So he saw a good amount of at-bats because of injury. That's right. We had some guys injured. That's why we ended up taking him off the waiver wire. And I think we end up letting him go in the offseason because we can't afford that. Baez, 248. Thurston, 245 in his first year as a starter. I mean, I thought he played well. 92 games, 39 RBIs, 17 home runs, 62 strikeouts. It's not too bad. About average what he would have. Like to see his batting average go up. Bader only played 94 games for us, so a little over half the season. He's batting 243. We probably would have batted somewhere around 260, 280 maybe. I mean, he was playing pretty well. And that's just something I wish that was much better. Castilla comes in, plays for him, bats 242. Is 23 years old. Does have 70 hits, 8 home runs, 30 RBIs, 10 stolen bases. Olsen goes down later on in the season as well. 23 home runs, 68. That's 241. Down a lot from the 278 from last season. Davis was from a trade, I think. He was down at the minors and we brought him up. Passon, Sanchez, Marsh bats 226. Does have 112 hits, 56 RBIs, 11 home runs. Down from his 267, but it kind of is like he's up, down, up, down. Not a consistent player yet, by any means. Why he's pretty much batting DH. Will Benson, 225 in his first season as a starter, 15 home runs, 61 RBIs. 154 strikeouts, though. Ouch. I think he can get better. Rizzo came in some time. Fletcher Paxton be the guy that ends up playing the third. Kind of see how that goes. For the pitchers, Luzardo and Barrios both have 14 wins. Tabor with 13. The ERA for Luzardo is disappointing, 4.02, but it's around his average. Does have 19 quality starts, just could not maybe reduce the runs. We'll have to see how he does. Barrios, though, everything he was advertised for. 20 quality starts. So, I mean, he had the opportunity to get 20 wins, and we just didn't convert those. Matt Tabor, the 3.71. It's slowly reducing from 2024, so his ERA is slowly getting better. Valor had some issues. 5.24, started 22 games, went 8-8. Childs was kind of disappointed the season after having a 12-10 and a decent ERA. He went back in the bullpen. That was not great. Thompson played out of the bullpen. That's why his ERA is so high. Gonzalez out of the bullpen, 3.88 ERA. Alfredo Villarreal going to be our new closer, I think, at this point. Yeah. I mean, I thought he did decent, 11 saves. Aoki at 5. I mean, Kevin Espinosa came in. He pitched some, but not great. He came in and started and gave up 18 earned runs in 20 innings. Almost a run an inning, and it kind of went from there that he just was not ready. Okay, so let's advance the day, and then we'll look at the awards, and then we'll head into the off season. So here we go. Atlanta beats Colorado to play the Mets. On the other side, Tampa Bay beats Minnesota to play the Angels. So the Mets and Milwaukee take game 1. Evened up. Atlanta and the Mets. And Milwaukee does beat the Dodgers in a sweep. The Mets trying to take that one. The Angels sweep Tampa Bay. The White Sox are looking. They take that series 3-1 over Toronto. And on the other side, the Mets 3-1 in that series over the Braves. Here we go. Milwaukee takes game 1 in that series. Mets take game 2. White Sox take game 1. Angels take game 2. Mets take game 3. Angels take game 3 and 4. Trying to even it up. And the Angels do take down the White Sox 4-1. On the other side, Mets and Milwaukee. The Mets beat Milwaukee 4-2 in that series. So, Angels. Not sure if they've actually won a pennant here in this one. I know they won the one in our Blue Jays franchise. This first one goes to the Angels. And it's tied up. Griffin Canning cannot win that one. Jacob deGrom is 3-0 in the playoffs with a 1.61 ERA. Next game, Angels lose that one. Going to the next game, Angels trying to avoid being eliminated, and they do. Zach Plesac gives them that one. Now here it is. Walker Buehler and the Angels are defeated by the Mets. The Mets are the World Series champions in 2026 in this one. So let's look at the awards. Francisco Lindor is the World Series MVP in the National League. And then let's look at postseason National League is Gleyber Torres. And for the American League, it's Randall Felician. That's that. Here we go. American League MVP is Jose Ramirez, easily. Jordan Alvarez is the runner-up. Gleyber Torres is... Oh. Cy Young goes to Griffin Canning. We kind of figured that. Batting title goes to Jordan Alvarez. Jose Leclerc gets reliever of the year. With a 0.90 ERA and 41 saves. Rookie of the year goes to Randy Rodriguez. Okay. 29 years old, first baseman. A couple other guys in there. Pitchers. Tim Paledo went 17-7 pitching. Hank Aaron goes to Mike Trout. Most RBIs. Oh, no. Okay. He gets it 2 years in a row. For Gold Gloves pitcher, Jameson Taillon. Corey Lee for catcher. First base, Ryan O'Hearn. Nick Madrigal on second. Third, Miguel Jurado. Short is Ahmed Rosario. Bryant Packard gets it in left. Center is Victor Reyes. And right field is Justin Turner. DH goes to Randy Rodriguez. Okay. Silver Sluggers, a catcher. It's going to be Adley Roshman. Josh Bell at first. Second, Solak Baez is the runner up there. Less average, more home runs, but what is that? 16 less RBI, so it makes sense. Third, Jose Ramirez. Short is Bo Bichette. Mike Trout out in the outfield. Jordan Alvarez and Austin Meadows gets those. Ian Happ and Dominic Smith are the runners-up. The National League. Torres is the postseason MVP. We kind of saw that. He's also the MVP of the National League. Cy Young, Matthew Allen goes to him. That's strong debuts for pitching. Batting title, the title goes to Juan Soto on the Mets now. Brewstar Brett Rial gets the reliever of the year. Probably mispronouncing that. 55 saves, 1.47 ERA. Rookie of the year, Willie Barras, 23 years old, first baseman. Ronald Brito is the runner-up, closing pitcher for the Cubs. Alberto Zavala, 23-year-old shortstop prospect for the Mets. Hank Aaron goes to Juan Soto. Shohei is the Golden Glove for the Pirates. Catcher is Chance Sisco. Ronald Guzman takes first. Second base goes to Chase Strumpf. Third goes to Brian Hayes. Francisco Lindor at short. Clint Frazier at left. Center is Ronald Acuna. And at right field is Dylan Carlson. For Silver Sluggers, pitcher Shohei Ohtani. Kind of figured he would get that in the National League. Pretty easy for him. Will Smith at catcher. Bryce Hodkins at first. Gleyber Torres at second. Third, Rafael Devers. Francisco Lindor at short. And then Bellinger, Juan Soto, and Mookie Betts all get it for the outfield. So 2 Dodgers and a Met. And the runners up are Christian Yelich and Kyle Lewis. So there's your awards. Well, let's sim the offseason. Obviously, we're going to sign our contract with the Athletics. Contracts with your manager and third base coach have ended. Okay. And the qualifying offer is 1 year, 21.5. Retired players. Time the Stella in here that I know. Rex Brothers. Clayton Kershaw. I think he'd be a shoo-in into the Hall of Fame. Retiring at 39 years old. Adderley, Chris Archer, Chris Bassett, Zach Britton, Madison Bumgarner. Pedro Baez, Dylan Bundy's in there. Steve Shishak, Patrick Corbin, Josh Donaldson, Adam Duvall, Darius Familia, Kevin Gausman's in there, Miguel Gonzalez, Nico Goodrum, Brad Hand, Josh Lester, never mind. Michael Lorenzen, Lance Lynn, Miles Malakis, Steven Piscotty, Marcus Simeon's in there, Alder Simmons, Zach Wheeler, Justin Wilson. You know, we got Alex Wood in there as well. Clayton Kershaw is the 2026 Hall of Fame inductee. Pretty good stats there. A career lifetime of 2.65 ERA. Geez, that's silly. Okay. Rizzo and Goldschmidt. What do we have? 10 million. 10 million in budget. If I were to make any trades, who would it be? Keeping Baez. Low. Low, Holder. That's all I have. Joe Madden's out here. Let's get Joe Madden out here in a deal. I'm in a 1-year deal. Third base coach. Yeah, get him. Ooh. Bring back Pryor. So we did. Okay. 40-man roster. Whole win. 26-year-old. Like we add him to the 40-man roster. Goldby? Do I really care about Goldby? No, not really. Gelman? Second? Not really. Iridal, starting pitcher. Not really. Okay, arbitration. No. Ferris. We already have here. Okay, David Carrasco is one guy we drafted. Hammonds. Clements will be down at the bottom. Yeah. Have him. McGee. We're gonna go with a young bullpen. I think this season. We can always release them if we have to. I like Diaz. A minor year deal. Garcia go. Fletcher Paxton is going to be a guy that is up in the majors, I think. Mondu at 30, though. I think he could be one that's good. I like Uribe, although he never breaks up into something special. The all day. I mean, the 26, I'm going to say yes. $24, yes. Look at Fernandez too. One, he's looking fine. He's getting better. Lantiga. There's my offers. Free agency now. Off. Ooh. Yeah, we're never going to be able to give Zach Collins that kind of contract. Let's look at What would the trade talks be? Holder, Sognia, and we're not giving Garcia arbitration because we're going to sign Valde. Actually, with Garcia here, probably not needed. It's not. I'm gonna actually recall that. I'd rather have him. Okay. So Valde's gone. If I had to give to a pitcher, maybe someone that could work into a deal. It felt like that was our issue. Like, what are we looking at right now for the rotation? He's gone. Let's say we didn't have Hendricks. What are we gonna go with? Files maybe? It goes Barrios, Luzardo, Tabor, Childs. Maybe we get someone else. What does the lineup look like though? Okay, first center is Bader. Fletcher Paxton is at third. Benson's in right. What? Chris Bryant retire? No. Not the MLB level. We're not going to sign him. We're not going to re-sign Davis either. I mean, what does it look like? I think we deal Hendricks. Oops. Left. Oh. Smith plays on the left. Third base, Fletcher Paxton. Okay. So who do we have? He's gone. So Cosmo is up here. One. Maybe one more guy that could play multiple positions. The infield. And we can get someone better than these two, Espinoza or Childs. Then I'll bite on it. Okay, so let's see. Garcia's qualified at 27, 4.61 ERA last season. Right-hander for pitching rotate. I would like a left-hander actually. McKay, that's a qualifying offer though. Go back. 29 with a horrible time with Boston. Oh, Freeland at 33. Yeah, that's one. $35. Bring back Sean Manaea. He hasn't been great. Who else? A right-hander. If I had to pull someone in, I'm not sure if Freeland is really the guy. He did go 14-6. Did decent whip too. How much does he want? 9 million. Or we go to the guy that wants 11. We also have Ian Miller here, though. Or Ian Anderson, my bad. He wants 21. We couldn't beat with that even if I wanted to. Cole Stewart, no. Come on. Up in the 4s, but Boston did not do very well last season. He wants 15 million though for that. I mean, 2-year, 1 million. Kyle Freeland. I think we go Kyle Freeland. Okay. And for people in the field, Mayhew could play all over the place. We bring in a guy like Mayhew to bat against righties. I mean, what is this? I mean, what does he want? 5 million? Okay. Zuna, 266 last season. We were someone that could play multiple positions, though. Altapia. That's intriguing. And Sterling Marte. Play a bunch now. Hilliard is an outfielder, though. I think if I had to give a contract, it would probably be to DJ Mayhew. You can play anywhere in the infield. Okay, let's make those trades. Hendricks. Let's trade for someone else. We're gonna keep Brian on the squad, obviously. Like Marsh, Benson. Let's see who we can get that's MLB ready. Let's give up Low and Holder. All. Okay. Him and Anderson can play multiple positions. Although we're taking on more salary, we need to shed salary. We just get a lot more than that. Ooh. Trevor Story, that's still $16 million deal he has. Spindler. Alex Bregman, yeah, that is completely silly. Anything with the Angels. The Reds, that is an interesting one for the Reds. Wilson Contreras, that's a massive deal. With the Reds, allow me to do that. Looks like that. So we're gonna give this trade here: Kyle Hendricks, Jonathan Slaglia, and Jonathan Holder for Genesis, or it might be. I have no idea. Genesis? I don't know. I'm not even good with English, alone Spanish. Cabrera. So that's a good salary trade there. It's a good way for us to drain some issues with everything. And we get a guy that did have some holds last season. So that's a very good pitcher, to say the least. Gonsalves is cheap. Thompson is cheap. Valor. Everyone else. Okay. Let's make those signings. Kyle Freeland. We were talking about Anderson. That one to Luback is ridiculous. Um, 35. I mean, he's 39. He's gonna get better, but how much better is he really gonna get? Velocity's not that great. He's 33. Played for Arizona last year, 16 quality starts. Or do we go up to a guy like Garcia, who struggled? But I think he can get much better. Alcantara's 31. You know what? We're going to take a chance on... Well, it's a 5-year deal. What is that? $15 million? That's why we didn't attempt to sign him. Go with Kyle Freeland on a 2-year deal. He'll be in the rotation. He'll be backloaded. Give him a player option. We'll give him $10 million a year. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go in and grab DJ Mayhew at 38 years old. Let's give him a 1-year deal every day. Give him a 6.5. Is there a couple? Okay, so in that case, what are we looking at? We have one too many on our roster. The pitcher? I'll be here, up here. Or is it a player? I think it's a player. I think I'd rather have him the MLB level. This guy. Benches. Oh. All day. Won't be on the roster. So let's do one more. One. I want to use Haber's pretty good. It's a cheap contract, so is that. I don't know if Nelson Cruz is really going to be a guy that can really pitch for us. Okay, that's a cheap contract. Going through. Pitching, we have too many pitching. Salvis, I think is out the door. Pitched 3.88 though last season. Thompson did not pitch great at all. I like Halberstein's setup. We went 10-4, but consistently run a 6 ERA. That's like ridiculous. What does our left-hander sell? Bob Gonzalez. It's actually... He'll be sent down, so that'll be fine. Okay. Offer Kyle Freeland. So I want to make any other ones. That might be like my only big. Big attempt. Don't really have one. Now let's look at our other portion. So we need Sanchez because Thurston was the backup. Cosmo is up here because, well, I think he's ready. Baez is 34. Paxton is the starting third baseman this year, it looks like. Bryant will be the guy that's DHing, share with Mayhew. Sohn. Castillo will be up here. Dominic Smith. Brendan Marsh will be up here. Bader. Will Benson be up here? I feel like I need one more bat. Is there anyone else that can play catcher? Don't think so. So that isn't an idea. Is there someone in here that I'm like, yeah, I can use him, but can also play multiple other positions? And the guy I was thinking about was... Hernandez can play all over the place. It's not a smart move, though. Nolan Ariendo is here as well. Arenado. 6 million. Never play at the MLB level. Cruz could. That kind of puts us at a disadvantage, doesn't it? No one's there. I'm trying to think how I can do this, how I can flex this. Could we pull in another guy from the outfield that is just an absolute stud? At least third or first. We could do that, but I like Will Benson and right. I think we're just gonna go with what we have. Uriel wants 6 million. Just Tapia want 5 million. We could bring in another infielder. Cosmo goes down. We'll have Mayhew as a DH and kind of fill in. Same thing with Chris Bryant. And then Tapia play anywhere out in the outfield, but we also have no, that wouldn't work either because we just don't. I'm looking for someone that has the ability to play all over and maybe one position in the infield. Marte, that's a huge contract. And Tapia can't do that. But Tapia has some good contact. He's a lefty. How many lefties do we have in the bat? That's another thing we could do. I feel like we have a good mix. You know what? We're gonna go from here. We're just going to kind of go from here. See if anyone has put any bids on the people that we have given offers to. Okay. So Zach Collins is going to go to the Mets. 3 years, $10 million. Or Brusdar Bertriol for $8.5 million goes to the Padres. Dylan Cease to the Brewers for $29 million a year. Wow. He went 18-9. He was up in the Cy Young conversation. Sixto Sanchez goes to the Cubs for $31 a year. Jeez. Joe Jimenez, relief pitcher, goes to the Mets for $12.5 million. We're still waiting on our guys. Okay, we got DJ LeMahieu on that $6.5 million contract. We're waiting on Kyle Freeland. Also look at our coach contracts. Okay, he'll sign that. Not worried about that. Kyle Freeland comes to the Athletics. $10 million a year for 2 years. Team-friendly deal. Ian Anderson to Cleveland for $18 million. Alex Young for 4.3 relief pitcher goes to Atlanta. Cole Stewart to the Yankees for $18.3 million a year. Sandy Alcantara goes to the Rockies for $9.5. Lance McCullers goes to the Royals. Dylan Carlson, Brown Hayes, Jared Walsh, Michael Fulmer. I think we go in and grab. Someone cheap. Does Eno Suarez want? He wants 6.8. Real wants 6.9. Yeah, we couldn't afford that even if we wanted to. We're gonna have to just go with the what we have on the roster. I'm actually fine with. Okay, 30-man roster. So we got 28, 33. So we put when. Okay. Romo. Santara. Diaz. Okay, Mondu. Okay, so we have 3 more that we can do. Garcia's not coming up. Eva Cruz is already on there. Wesley Chambers. No. Diaz, no. McDonald, yes. We have 3. 3 guys that we'd like to see at the MLB level if we need to. Someone's going to poach Tanaka, so I'm not worried about that. Chum. Let's put Goldby on here in case we have extended injuries. Carrasco is going to be a AA. Montoya is going to be a AAA for a backup. Diaz is there. I mean, this is our successor at any other position, particularly probably at second. Garcia Kid is going to be fantastic. Almonte can play so many different positions that it's probably best we put him on there. So 2 more. Chambers. Put Chambers on there. Let's sign 1 more person. Someone. Hernandez, it's 5 million. We need someone at what? Could take like $1 million. Maybe. We are so kind of short on funds right now. This is how much I have left. Yeah, it's just not going to happen. Maybe someone in arbitration, or not arbitration, but Rule 5 draft. Okay, Luke Jackson. Don't have any Christian Pachi. DJ Stewart to the Rays. Alec Boehm to the Rays. Domingo Herman to the Reds. Kyle Schwarber to the Yankees. Gavin Lux to the Red Sox. Sam Hilliard to the Nats. Joe Musgrove to the Nats. Chris Buback to the White Sox. David Garcia to the Cardinals. Joey Bart to the Red Sox. JT Realmuto to the Blue Jays. Miguel Sano is traded from the Nationals to the Rays. The Rays acquired Taylor Clark and Tyler Gilbert. Okay. Maybe salary dump, it looks like, maybe. We don't have a pick in the Rule 5 draft. Grill Zuniga is traded to the Braves and the Twins for Heath Holder and Ramon Sanchez. Okay. Jacob deGrom is signed by the Giants to a 1-year deal. Alexander Bogaerts to the Mets for $21 million a year. Freddie Freeman to the Blue Jays. Anthony Rendon to the Giants. Arenado would be a big piece to pick up. Okay, spring training. It is spring training. So contract extensions. We'll see how Baez does this year. Mickey McDonald. We'll see how Cruz does. This is one of our draft picks. We'll see how Childs does. And Baez is asking for what? 21 million. He's got 24. Childs is looking for 2.6. Baez would take majority of our cash probably. I mean, that is okay. Just gonna say okay. For our budget for next season, Olsen's still 25 million. Luzardo's at 16. Barrios is front loaded. Basones is front loaded. Bryant's still 9.6 million. Thurston's is front loaded. Tabor. Oh, we might have to trade Tabor or Marsh. That much for a guy that's not starting is not indicative of something. Also, we just got to hit on draft picks. Okay, so let's look at pending. Garcia. We really need a pitcher. Yeah. Red Sox. Okay. What if my scouts? Actually, I'm fine. Okay, let's look at pitching rotation. Gonna be Kyle Freeland. So Freeland's gonna be here, so it'll be a right-hander, lefty, right, left, right. We'll see Clore up here. I think 24, he's 25. Whoops. What's Childs done before? His pitching. 12 and 10, fine. Okay. I'd rather see Calor out here. Okay. Now looking through pitches. Time's a closer, that's right. Okay. I feel good about that. Let's look at the lineup. So Bader's gonna bat. I mean, he doesn't have power. Good contact though. Guy that bats. Put Bader lead off. So let's put him down and get Bryant batting second. No. Get Mayhew in. Let's have Baez bat second. Olsen here. Mayhew 5. Have this, and Paxton will be down here. Bader. Baez. Olsen. Okay. Left-handers. Mayhew is going to bat 5th. You guys are still so good. Yeah, go like that. And Bader's here. Be Baez. This is Olsen. Give. Yeah, okay. So we are set up for the for spring training. A little bit of a longer episode, kind of just talking myself through, thinking about it. I normally would cut this up, but I want your thoughts on this franchise and the moves that we've made. Also, I want your thoughts on the budget and salary on this. Is there anyone I'm technically overpaying that you think at this point? Probably I would say Baez at this point, but Baez has played pretty well for us when he's been healthy. Bader with the huge contract, but he was injured. So, I mean, go ahead and drop those below in the comments and kind of tell me what you think about all of that. I feel like we're on the right track. Maybe we need to get better in what we draft. We didn't have like a amazing draft last episode. Or not last episode, but last season. So I think we really have to hit it here. Javi Baez still projected around a $24 million salary, so about what he's making. And that would not be good for trying to hold some of these guys that we do want to keep. So we've kind of tried to keep what we could and release what we could not. But kind of how it goes. Can't keep everyone. So that'll be it for this episode, guys. Thank you all for hanging out. Go and leave a like below, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Later.